Good morning. Good afternoon. This light is fucking terrible. I can't fucking deal. I can't deal with this. Fucking. This is what's funny. See, I'm like in person. I'm like already. I'm dressed, and now I'm trying to do a video because of the lighting and the. This is what happens. This is like I don't know if any. See, most of you don't know this because you haven't ever done a lot of this. Like you're not familiar with the intricacies of videography and things like that. With presenting to a camera, it's foreign. It's foreign to a lot of you. You're only used to watching people present to camera. And now we're going through it all again where we're all forced to watch Big Brother. Which is odd. Very odd. Because the world's so much different than it was when Big Brother was on last time down here. And basically I can just see no one on Big Brother now is alien to the concept of this, of doing something to, because this is, it's like, where have you seen this before? Oh, Shannon, you're doing like what they do on Big Brother. You just voluntarily did what they do on Big Brother. Oh, there it is. There it is. You're right. You're exactly right. I am doing, aren't I? I'm doing exactly what they do on Big Brother. This is like my diary room, isn't it? Is that what they call it, Big Brother? The diary room? Where they talk to Big Brother? Shit. Well, all this time I thought I was fucking original, but it turns out I've just been making my own version of Big Brother. But yeah, there's no one on Big Brother now that is alien to the concept of presenting to camera. Whereas when we all watched Big Brother, everyone was alien to it. Like, it wasn't the same. Like, conclusively. Mate, it's really cringy. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, these are all a bunch of fucking... See, this is what it is now. It's a bunch of people that are like, they're aware of what like influence of social media fucking people are doing. Like, they're all pros at it. There's no like candidness to Big Brother anymore. That's the actual show. The show Big Brother I'm watching Australia come to terms with this moment in time where it realizes something very odd has been going on and something very odd is going on. And does that make me Big Brother? Yeah, probably. It probably makes me Big Brother. That's the real mystery. Am I Big Brother? Well, maybe. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. It's called regional dissociative disorder. Now, I'm making a bit of a film. It's on Facebook, if any of you would like to watch it. It's very different than a normal film, although it may eventually emerge as a film. This looks like I've got like a Black Russian, like I'm on the dude I'm like, dude doesn't abide, man. I don't know, whatever. I've got to grow my beard back to do that. But it's not. It's a nice coffee. There's no alcohol in this. I don't actually drink. But yeah, I'm making this film on Facebook. So I'm gathering data. Some would call it evidence, but it's also called data and film. And I'm creating a storyboard basically on my Facebook of how I'm going exactly to tell this story in the film that I am making slowly but surely, which seems to be aligning with the revealing of other films like the new Darth Vader film by Disney. And look, I'm not going to lie. There is some strange phenomenon occurring that when I run it through a statistical analysis of how I was explained that the world works, I can clearly see that I am part of some type of other fucking thing. And it's silly because it's like, well, yeah, you know that because you're telling everyone, Shannon. But the problem is that I don't really know. I know probably more than you, but that doesn't mean that I know all of it. So it seems like the human race right now is kind of in it's having its own little big brother while Australian big brother goes on. But the human race is having its own big brother moment with potentially, more than likely, a foreign intelligence. So an off-planet intelligence. This is what's happening. This is a type of disclosure, I suppose. I suppose I'm disclosing that I have had interactions with extraterrestrials that seem to have prepared me or changed me, assisted me. Something has happened, and I'm able to do things that don't make sense. And I'm able to see things that I couldn't see before. And I'm able to communicate in ways that I wasn't able to communicate before. But anyway, on my traversing around the internet to find videos, and this is pretty important. Okay, so listen carefully. Pretty important little piece of evidence here that I'm prepared, and I'm now, because this video will be sent to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is going to have to immediately halt proceedings of the thing that you call Australia, and he's going to have to hand himself in, and he's going to have to front up to court. You know what I mean? The same as you do if you get caught for drink driving, or if you don't pay your taxes, or you don't pay your fucking postage stamp tax, or fucking whatever it is. You don't vote, you don't fucking colour in the fucking lines of the whatever, the Jungle Book fucking cartoon that you were given at McDonald's. And you get the point. But the Prime Minister's going to have to go to court, and he's going to have to explain, and he's going to have to get his mate in England, Keir Starmer, and they're both going to have to explain what the fuck is going on. Otherwise, basically every single Irishman on planet Earth is going to land in England and decimate the entire fucking population. To be sure, because the piece of evidence that I'm offering up is from a film with starring Will Ferrell. See, there's Will Ferrell, and then there's Will Ferrell. Let me have a look. It's not Will Ferrell. It's starring You'll notice this is the morning. Sorry, this is the afternoon. A nap because I've been doing a lot of work. I'm not as because I don't really at the moment because pretty conclusive, of course, pretty conclusive evidence really piling up here. And so now I've just put my fucking military intelligence Australian detective hat on and just, oh, fucking God, look what's stupid. Whole thing's falling apart. And just offering up straight up evidence because I'm sick of it. A lot of the entertainment was to kind of lure you all into a fucking self of, a sense of security or a sense of, I don't know, not taking it seriously when in fact it is deadly serious. Literally deadly serious. And so I guess it's my responsibility now to stop putting all the icing sugar on this and just get to the point. The Prime Minister is under arrest from this day forth, and this means that all Australian Labor Party leaders, so this means Roger Cook here, I don't know, the rest of them are all under arrest as of this day and are to front to the courts to answer some questions regarding the promotional content towards this trans mutilation cult that displayed very clearly by this film, Alexander, the film that I've been watching for all this time that I purchased from YouTube, which I can only guess is destined for a regionally edited. That's right. We live in a world where we have individually been regionally fed, curated content that has been edited and censored for government regional, strategy. And the piece of content that was removed from the film in question that I purchased from YouTube was a scene in which Aristotle, pretty key figure in Western civilization, in the foundations of Western civilization, in the formation of all our laws, customs, traditions, things like this. This is an unimpeded line from these characters in Greece to where we are. This is how I was taught, and so pretty important to modify a film starring Colin Farrell, who is an Irishman, in which his character Alexander the Great, pretty key character. Most people might not be aware, but he's up there. He's up there. He's basically the most well-known white man in the history of the world. It's a real battle between him and Jesus Christ, really. And again, unimpeded trajectory, consider it was Alexander the Great, the Greeks, and then the Romans kind of took up after the Greeks. They were very inspired by the Greeks. Obviously, the Greeks were inspired by the Egyptians, which I've mentioned as well. And then all cultures from the Holy Roman Empire down to this. And this is where we are. So this scene, although it's a Hollywood movie, yes, I'll give you that. But it's a scene depicting some pretty important characters. It's Aristotle and Alexander the Great. And they're discussing conflicts with the Persian Empire. Okay? Persian Empire. And the young Greek boy who, for some reason, all the young Greek boys in this and all the Greek characters all have Irish accent. I don't know. I don't know about that. So perhaps this is a piece of Irish propaganda, but that doesn't matter. It's an Irish interpretation of a Greek story, which is relative and was freely distributed and should have been distributed unmodified in this country. But the exact scene that was removed from the video in question, which was only seen because I couldn't record from the YouTube version because that's protected copyrighted content. So I had to go and find someone who had uploaded that scene in another place in YouTube, which was pretty handy that I found it. And in that version, in the unedited version, it is clearly said by Aristotle to a cohort of young men, including Alexander the Great, that the Persians castrate young boys for their own sexual play toys. But basically, I can't remember the exact word. Well, it seems like that was all just left out of the conversation. Must have been well known enough to be included in a multi-million-dollar Hollywood feature film. It was quite relevant at the time in 2004 to include that about the Persian Empire mutilating young boys so that they could basically turn them into fucking sex toys. That's not at all what the government has told us with their fucking rainbow butterfly fucking, hormone blocking plastic surgeon fucking mummy don't know, daddy's getting hot at the body shop doing something unholy, fucking Pfizer fucking nightmare. That was left out, wasn't it? See, I didn't even know what a fucking transsexual was in Australia until I was quite old. The first time I really had even heard of it was when a few of my mates who didn't have children and were doing other things, they went to Bali or Thailand, and they told me about this thing called a banchung, which is a ladyboy, which is a bloke, a eunuch, or not even a eunuch, but just that. And I went, all right. Kind of forgot about it. I think I bumped into one tranny while I was out at Connections once upon a time. And it was this, basically an old bloke in a dress. I was like, oh cool, okay. Had a conversation. He tried to sell me his fucking mouth. And I was like, nah, I'm all right. I wasn't intending that. I was just actually trying to find out. I was curious. And then I was solicited or attempted to be solicited for sex. And I was like, nah, I'm right. I'm going to just continue fucking trying to pick up the women. I would go to the gay club to pick up women. A lot of women go to the gay club. I usually was pretty successful. And they were all 100% women. There were no men. Now I live in a world where I'm told that this is, to save children's fucking lives because they're born in the right. That's not true. It's a Persian fucking propaganda fucking nightmare. So at some point, and I'm guessing it's round about when that French terrorist at the Bataclan, whenever that was, with the Eagles of Death Metal fucking concert was fucking shot up. A lot of that as well, that wasn't, when I've gone back and looked at that was a lot more of a serious thing than I was told here. So it seems like Islamic fucking Persian Muslims, which is even worse. They were, at least when they were Persian, and now they're Persian fucking Muslims, which is like basically like if you took Ronald McDonald and gave him a machine gun and a big bag of fucking meth, right? That's what happens when you turn a Persian into a Muslim, right? Because you go back, you scratch a Muslim, you find a Persian, and then so it's just fucked. It's a terrible fucking scourge on the earth. Is this Persian Muslim fucking Islamic fucking mutilating death cult that has seemed to have strong-armed into every aspect of our fucking lives and is expecting to fucking move in next door to our grannies without getting 6 blokes jump through their window and chop them up into little pieces and feed them to their fucking Dobermans or their German Shepherds, because that's what's going to fucking happen as of tomorrow. If you're a fucking Islamic fucking Muslim in this country and you've been trying to do this and you're seen to be doing this, 6 men in fucking Australian defence uniform are going to barge in your fucking house. They're going to chop you into pieces with machetes, and they're going to feed you to the German Shepherds that are waiting eagerly outside for a fucking meal. And the Prime Minister can sit on his hands in fucking prison cell, and his party members can sit in fucking prison cells, and they can wait to speak and tell the Australian people why this scene of Aristotle speaking to young Alexander the Great was removed from a video fairly and, purchased from YouTube. Now, if anyone has a physical DVD copy that happens to be, of this region, that was distributed in this region in 2004, I would very much like to get a hold of that. Anyone seen to be destroying a copy of this film will be in a lot of trouble. I need to establish right now what has happened between 2004 and whenever it was that I bought this video, to do with the relationship between YouTube, Alphabet, the owner of YouTube, and the Australian fucking government. Because I'm not living in a world as a descendant of the British Empire, a unimpeded line from the Macedonian Empire that Alexander the Great led. I'm not living in a world where I'm having to acclimatise myself to the regionally adapted fucking version of history as per the fucking decision process of YouTube or the decision process of the Australian Labor Party. No, I live freely. I walk from here through to fucking Hobart, through to fucking London, and everywhere in between, and I will fucking get to the bottom of exactly what is going on. And as soon as I tell all the Irish people that this fucking scene was removed, they're going to be really pissed off. And the British-Irish Empire is going to fucking take hold, and that is a dead fucking set ringer for the fucking Macedonian Empire led by Alexander the Great. And we're going to fucking kill every Islamic fucking cunt and piece of shit that has sat there knowing that their history includes the mutilation of young boys so that they can fuck them, and pretended that it's some type of fucking new age fucking medical fucking procedure. It's not. It's child abuse from top to bottom. There is no fucking doubt in my fucking mind. Every single one of you fucking maggots that has been preparing you are absolutely fucked. We're going to get you. We're going to burn your fucking rainbows in the fucking streets. We're going to fucking barge down every fucking pride parade and fucking weasel every single one of you until all the worst of the worst are piled in a big pile and shot in the fucking street. This isn't against homosexuality. This is against Persian fucking child mutilation, which has been going on for fucking 333 years before Jesus was born. This is why you don't fuck with the Greeks. This is why you don't fuck with Colin Farrell, with the Irish. This is why you don't fuck with the British. This is why you don't fucking mutilate children. Now, if anyone is an adult, wants to play around with fucking dressing up as a girl, that's fine. That's fine. You know what I mean? Any young men or women want to, want to experiment with adults, like, 18-year-olds, want to experiment with gender bending things. It's fine. I have no fucking issue with it. I do have an issue with a combined Islamic invasion on all British Empire soil, including the United States of America, which I'm hoping by the end of this will be well and truly re-established into the British Empire. Yeah, I have a problem with that because it all makes sense. Oh, you all put masks on, tried to fucking steal and mutilate our fucking children and drug them, turn our little boys into little sex slaves. You fucking shot up fucking thing. You ran terrorist things across the fucking world. You filled our street with machete-wielding fucking lunatics, and you destroyed, movies and permanently edited them and expected us all to fucking swallow whatever it was you're putting in our mouths. Well, in the words of the Shawshank Redemption, whatever goes in my mouth is getting bitten off. What does he say? He's like, when the sharp impact to the brain, because he's going to stab him in the brain with this bit of metal, the reflex is to bite down. Well, that bite down is now permanently held with some of the most powerful fucking individuals in the world. So if anything happens to me, this will be distributed with double fucking speed. So you can see there's no point in fucking trying to report me for fucking hate crimes or flag me for hate crimes or do anything like that, YouTube or fucking Google or any of you fuckwits. So it's time you all just prepare your fucking things for when 6 fucking guys with uniforms and fucking automatic rifles barge in your fucking door of your office and start expecting all the evidence to be brought up, because this is what's happening. There's no point hiding it. It's time to prepare a fucking adequate thing. This isn't Persia. America's not Persia. This isn't Persia. Britain isn't Persia. Ireland isn't Persia. Colin Farrell isn't Persian. Alexander the Great wasn't Persian. Who are the Persians? Oh, they're the Muslims. They're the Islamic fucking Iranians, Afghanistan, fucking all these people. A floating army of complete fucking lunatic fucking cocksuckers that have been evolving throughout the ages, basically stealing whatever, and are still embarrassed from the fact when their king fucking ran away and we found him dead and betrayed by his own men in the fucking desert. We are your fucking rulers. We rule over you. Not the other way around. From the North Pole to the fucking South Pole and everything in fucking between. That is us. It's time for you to retreat back to your fucking sandpit. Burn your fucking mosques. Shave your fucking beards off. And bow down and beg for forgiveness. That's it. I don't want to see a mosque in this fucking land ever again. And I will not fucking move on that. The only fucking safe place if you want to have a mosque is in fucking Mosque fucking City. In fucking Iran. Yeah, move it back. You won't be safe going there. This isn't like a little fucking Christchurch, but it's like this is Dark Ages fucking Alexander the Great fucking territory. We're going to fuck you up. Don't go there. As I said, shave your beard, pretend you're a fucking something else. The Sikhs, they're not included. The Sikhs are very different. But the Islamists, Pride fucking movement, all this other bullshit. And that doesn't mean I'm fucking homophobic. It means the Pride movement was a fucking Islamic Persian fucking cult of fucking child mutilation. It means don't do it. Unless you're fucking drawing a fucking leprechaun sliding down a fucking rainbow into a pot of gold, don't fucking go near a rainbow. That's my fucking, that's my 2 cents. Or unless you're fucking describing what's written in the Bible where God said that he will, he brought a rainbow because he would never flood the earth again. Well, it seems like that's what he's done. He brought a rainbow, which was actually just a fucking logo for a bunch of child mutilating fucking Persians. And he's right. He didn't flood the earth again. Why? Because we fought back and we've exposed you. So this is the word of God coming through my fucking mouth. This is the promise. This isn't a flood. We're not all going to be killed. But you have to fucking tear down your fucking mosques. You have to stop fucking worshiping. You have to stop mutilating fucking children. You have to stop your evil fucking ways. You have to fucking expose your fucking hideous prophet as a fucking lying scumbag. I'm not a fucking prophet. It doesn't work like that anymore. I don't know whether you've got the fucking memo or not. There is an unimpeded fucking voice of God projecting around the entire fucking world right now on computers, through AI, through everything. Well, you think that God doesn't have that? No, God's in control of everything, you dickheads. God's in control of like interdimensional fucking never-ending infinity fucking thing. He's not fucking cheering on some fucking bearded child molester in the Middle East. He's certainly not cheering on some fucking delusional ketamine fucking snorting fucking surgeon lopping children's testicles off so that they can sit on fucking Arab fucking princes. He's sitting there talking into my ear and telling me how he's giving me permission to raise an army of the British Empire to go and fucking mutilate these fucking grown men in the fucking middle of their street and parade their fucking carcasses down every fucking suburban street until everyone in the country gets the message that this shit won't fly here. And then as soon as that little circus is finished, we're going to fucking pack it up on big old ships and take it back to fucking England. We're going to drag it through the fucking streets of England. We're going to make sure that every fucking last Muslim in that fucking on that island of Great Britain understands exactly how close to hideous death they've come, and they scurry back to their little fucking desert shitholes. It's pretty fucking simple. If this was a Greek story, I guess it would involve a horse filled with Greeks. It was called the Trojan horse, but it was filled with Greeks. Sponsored by Trojan condoms. Always slap on a fucking Trojan when you're getting jiggy with it with the bloke that you've just picked up at a gay bar. This isn't an anti-fucking gay thing. This is an anti-child molesting fucking mutilating thing. I don't mind what yous all do, but you should pick up a fucking Trojan condom. And you should always be wary of Greeks bearing gifts.